All right, it's time to find out how I sustained my concussion. My name is Hillary. I am a licensed and certified speech-language pathologist who specializes in cognitive and concussion rehabilitation. My story is one of the household item stories, and it was number 3 if you were voting. It was not a tripping hazard. It was not some wet floor and then I fell down. It was a common item cabinetry, but in this case it was actually my bathroom door. So quick story was I was rushing to go to work. I was in grad school and I also had a job, so I was rushing around. I had to get to the metro in order to make my job on time, and I decided to open the door to my bathroom at the same time as I bent over to get something under the sink. And so, as you can imagine, in those close confines, I whacked my head with the door while bending over. So I was moving forward while pulling the door towards me. I said a bunch of swear words that I would not repeat on this. And just like a normal grad student who needed to go to work, that's exactly what I did. I walked to the metro, I rode the train, I walked to work, I sat at work, and my coworkers all knew something was wrong. I did the opposite trip home. And then I finally talked to my dad, and who's out of state, and he convinced me, you should probably go see somebody. So I drove myself to the ER in a city I was unfamiliar with. I had just moved there within 2 months, new. Obviously took the metro a lot. Come here, bear. And definitely just didn't know where I was going. So I did get there well enough, but I got lost on the way home. I barely knew anybody. I was trying to find a friend in my grad program who would come and just be with me since I lived alone at the time, and it was just complete chaos. So I went to school the next day, thought I was going to take the test. I got a note from the ER physician that said no, she can be excused from that test. So don't do what I did. Seek professional help. Don't try to push through and just go to work and continue going to school. I definitely had accommodations that were required throughout that next year. And it was a lot for me to go to school, go to work, and deal with my concussion symptoms. That was my personal choice. I can go into that at a different time potentially. But yeah, there you have it. Something as simple as a door. So I would love to hear that I'm not the only one who has this silly story of a concussion. Let me know what you guys might have had happen to you, and let's see, just kind of let's fill the world with, yep, here are all these possible stories about concussion, and it can happen to anyone at any time.